Whether they're a reluctant hero or a knightly do-gooder, there's nothing better than a hero who has both bravery and dashing good looks. Sure, beauty comes in all forms, but these are the undeniable most attractive heroes in anime. Let's get started right now. Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist may not start off as the most admirable of heroes, but we slowly learn what a good person he is as the show goes on. We see him in full-on military hero mode, who cares for his troops and lies about it raining when he's sad. He's strong, well put together, and just undeniably handsome. His confidence is probably a huge factor into why we're obsessed with him, and if only him and Lieutenant Hawkeye could work things out. Okay, maybe they just work better as trusted associates, but a guy can dream, right? Although Yona may not be so willing to point out how pretty and swashbuckling her guard is in Yona of the Dawn, that's okay, because us fans can definitely spend a lot of time gushing over Hack.
Your hair is lovely, princess.
Hack is just this beautiful, brave soul with a reputation as the Thunder Beast that can rightfully strike fear into his enemies' hearts. But I mean, he's doing something else to our hearts other than striking fear, right? Yeah, he's flirtatious and loves to bicker with the princess, but he's completely devoted to her and is loyal to a fault, which makes him even dreamier. Yes, the main protagonist of Inuyasha, aka Inuyasha, is a fan favorite and has his own attractive qualities, but the actual most attractive person in that cast is clearly Koga.
I knew it.
That wolfish charm is different than other characters on this list who are more straight-laced and serious, but Koga's wild ways and directness are actually really great qualities in a heartthrob. He adds some much-needed competition to the cursed love triangle between Kagome Inuyasha and Kiko, so overall he just makes everything more interesting while not being unpleasant to look at. Although the Demon Lord Claude in the awesomely titled I'm the Villainous So I'm Taming the Final Boss has a reputation for being scary, we know that he quickly establishes himself as a do-gooder from the moment he meets Eileen. Yeah, sure, he may be the final boss, so to speak, but he's also much more princely in nature than his depraved brother Cedric. Claude is a tender soul, even if he tries to hide it, and he's very good at sensing Eileen's feelings and motivations. See everyone, listening and responding is an attractive quality all in itself, but he aligns his allegiance and his heart with Eileen practically from the start, and he's just the perfect dark prince for her to fall in love with. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Spike Spiegel may be a reluctant hero, but he's a hero nonetheless. Few could pull off that loose-limbed, devil-may-care swagger like Spike does, but he always makes it work. He is the definition of a bad boy with a heart of gold, and he may mess up a lot, but he always figures out a way to get out of a tricky situation.
Shut up.
His martial arts paired with his clumsiness is an adorable combination, but he also has a lot of depth and history behind his young face, making him one of the most attractive anime heroes ever. Prince Endymion is the noble prince of Earth whose good looks and personality captured the heart of the Moon Princess practically from the moment she first met him in Sailor Moon. Even in his next life, his good looks and regal bearing earned him a living as a model, which, I mean, of course it did. Though he's handsome enough to get that blood pumping in the heart, the prince doesn't really care for attention. He gets embarrassed when characters bicker over him, and it takes a lot of time for him to warm up to Usagi, which builds a genuine romantic bond with her. There are two types of people in the world, those who find Levi Ackerman's look incredibly attractive and those who are wrong. Yeah, he's not conditionally attractive per se, but Levi just makes it work in Attack on Titan. He's a stellar warrior, an inspiring leader, and the definition of the strong silent type. He's not the most muscled hero on this list, but Levi's attractiveness comes from his personality and charisma. When Levi does decide to speak, he brings courage and wisdom to his comrades and Titan fighters when they need it most. The Attack on Titan world is brutal, so he can't afford to be soft or to hesitate, and that's what makes Levi so appealing. Alucard inherited the best parts of his parents in Castlevania. He inherited his regal bearing and vampiric power from his father, and his human mother gave him his fine features and his kind heart. Alucard doesn't always have that kind heart on his sleeve, though. He can definitely be standoffish, but he does always do what's right, even if that means fighting his own father. I mean, he just looks like he stepped right out of the pages of a storybook. He's just beautiful. He's called the Sleeping Soldier, sure, but I think Sleeping Beauty would be just as fitting of a moniker.
Let it be my grave.
Yukimaru is fierce, silent, and protective in Feina, Pirate Princess, and those are 3 winning attractive traits right there. Yes, he can be harsh with Feina, but that just makes his rare, vulnerable moments with her all the more poignant. Even though Yukimaru is a stalwart warrior and protector, he knows when he needs to be soft. Though these moments are so intense that Feina can barely keep her composure, but I mean, who could blame her? Princess Mononoke has one of the most noble and handsome princes of all time. Prince Ashitaka inherits a curse and decides he doesn't want to give in to hate. Swoon, am I right? Through Prince Ashitaka's desire to bridge the gap between Princess Mononoke and humanity, we get to admire Ashitaka's pretty boy looks, but also his wonderful heart, and those are the perfect combination for an attractive anime hero. Did your favorite make the list? Who do you think is the most attractive anime hero? What about anime villains? That's a whole different story. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching CBR. See you next time.